Hello everybody, it's Megan here from Ely Child and Family Centre in East Cambs. Now we've had lots of Christmas stories lately, and this one actually isn't a Christmas story, but I think it'd be popular with you all, and it's got lots of snow in it, so we can call it a Christmas book. Now this is the Gruffalo's Child. I know how many of you love the Gruffalo that I read a few weeks ago, so I'm sure you'll like this one too. It's written by Donaldson and it's illustrated by Axel Scheffler. I hope you're all cosy and ready. The Gruffalo said that no Gruffalo should ever set foot in that deep, dark wood. Why not? Why not? Because if you do, that big, bad mouse will be after you. I met him once, said the Gruffalo. I met him a long, long time ago. What does he look like? Tell us, Dad. Is he terribly big and terribly bad? I can't quite remember, the Gruffalo said, and then he thought for a minute and he scratched his head. That big, bad mouse is terribly strong, and his scaly tail is terribly long. His eyes are like pools of terrible fire, and his terrible whiskers are tougher than fire. Now one snowy night, when the Gruffalo snored, the Gruffalo's child was feeling bored. The Gruffalo's child was feeling brave, so she tiptoed out of the Gruffalo's cave. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. Into the wood went the Gruffalo's child. Oh, a trail in the snow. Whose is this trail and where does it go? A tail poked out of that log pile house. Could this be the tail of the big bad mouse? Out slid this creature. His eyes were small, and he didn't have whiskers, no, none at all. You're not the mouse? Not I, said the snake. He's down by the lake, eating Gruffalo cake. The snow fell fast, and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared, said that Gruffalo's child. Oh, marks in the snow. Whose are these claws? And where do they go? Two eyes gleamed out of a tree-top house. Could this be the eyes of that big bad mouse? Down flew the creature. His tail was short, and he didn't have whiskers of any sort. You're not that mouse. Tut-woo, not I. But he's somewhere nearby, and he's eating Gruffalo pie. The snow fell fast and the wind blew wild. I'm not scared, said that Gruffalo child. Ooh, a track in the snow. Whose is this track and where does it go? Aha, whiskers at last, and an underground house. Could this be the home of that big bad mouse? Out slunk the creature. His eyes, they weren't fiery. His tail wasn't scaly, and his whiskers weren't wiry. You're not the mouse. Oh no, not my. He's under a tree drinking Gruffalo tea. It's all a trick, said the Gruffalo's child, as she sat on a stump where the snow lay piled. I just don't believe in that big bad mouse, she said. But here comes a little one out of his house. Not big, not bad, but a mouse at least. You'll taste good as a midnight feast. Wait, said the mouse, before you eat. There's a friend of mine that you ought to meet. If you'll let me hop into a hazel twig, I'll beckon my friend so bad and big. The Gruffalo's child unclenched her fist. The big bad mouse, so he does exist. The mouse hopped into the hazel tree. He beckoned and then said, You wait and see. Out came the moon. It was bright and round. A terrible shadow fell onto the ground. Who is this creature so big, bad and strong? His tail and his whiskers, they're terribly long. His eyes are enormous, and over his shoulder he carries a nut as big as a boulder. The big bad mouse, yelled that Gruffalo's child. The mouse jumped down from the twig and smiled. Oh, prints in the snow! Whose are these footprints and where do they go? The footprints led to the Gruffalo's cave, where the Gruffalo's child was a little bit less brave. And the Gruffalo's child was also a bit less bored. And the Gruffalo, he snored and snored and snored. And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed that one. Let me know if there are any specific books you'd like me to read next time. I'll see you soon. Bye.